new face. What's your business? We don't see a lot of travelers these days. What brought you here? You want to speak to Ufa, then? Too bad no one knows where he is. Even if we did, can't say he'd even want to talk to you, seeing as you're a stranger. Yara might see you, though. She's upstairs on the balcony. And don't think you can try anything. I'm not just here for my good looks. And Yara is more than capable herself.
I said go away. Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought you were one of those oafish Imperials looking for another charm potion. As if such a thing would fool a proud daughter of Hammerfell. Have you come seeking potions? I offer the best in the city.
Ash and fire. Just like home.
I don't think we've met, and I don't think we need to. And I hear the Imperials have spies everywhere, so why would I admit to being someone they want to kill? That said, I know one thing Imperial spies wouldn't do: arm their enemies. Across the way is a guarded warehouse. If someone took weapons from there, it'd be a blow against the 7th Legion. And I hear the stable hand knows the people who need such weapons. Someone who did that, I could trust.
Change of plans? You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. He hears voices in his head. Don't worry, they're good people.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm doing my work? Or are you harassing me because I don't bow my head to the ground before the Imperials? Why would I want those weapons? I'm no friend to the Resistance, or to the Imperials. I just want to work in peace. Is that so? Let me fix them for you then. There. No one will suspect you carrying sacks smelling of the stables. Ones who need these wait in and near the town square. If you're caught, we've never spoken. I name no names, but seek the poor near the town square. Ask if they've seen a cat with red fur, and there will be your answer.
Who's got a whetstone?
The winds are strong of late, and bring us much to consider. Red? I have seen such a cat, though not lately. Do you bring news of this Red Hunter, or something else to ease our sorrow at its loss? A most precious gift. May the gods smile with favor upon you. I'll keep it safe until the time comes, and our mutual friend returns. And may he return soon, for all our sakes.
You did not see me, did you? No one sees the poor, the sick, the oppressed. You help these people. You did not see me, did you? One of the destitute, no more. I have nothing except my eyes and ears. And I see Yara wants to trust you, but she cannot. Not until now. She will look for signs of treachery and find none, but even that will not be enough. Unimportant, but here is how she will. She waits by the tavern, as she was spying on you. Go to her, clasp her hands, and tell her that the red asp lives.
Ah, I was not expecting you. How did you... Never mind. What news have you? One of our allies passed with a peculiar bag from the stables. It's good to know you were the one to supply it. Well, then, I think it's best if we go our separate ways. Though you helped considerably, I can't take this risk again. What? How do you know this? The wind is truly at our backs. I've misjudged you. My apologies. We've been watching and waiting ever since the 7th Legion took our city. Now's the time to act. If you'll forgive my initial rudeness, I need your help. Let me share what we know. The 7th Legion took the town under cover overnight. Some say a traitor opened the gates to their army. It's the only explanation, but we don't know who the traitor is. We have a lead, though. Not what, but whom. I've set up a meeting with someone who may know the identity of the traitor. I'd like you to talk to her. My contact's at the tavern, just as I requested. She'll be reading a book. See what she knows, but be careful. I'll return to the alchemist shop on the other side of town once you go to meet with her. Yes, I will wait for you there. Maybe Ufa has already gone there himself. Keep ever watchful for traps.
Keep your voice down. You never know who might be listening. Me? So long as I smile and joke and keep the tap wet, I am safer than most. My business is another matter. These Imperial curs drink up my ale like the desert sun and pay me nothing in return. I should not complain, though. It could be much worse. I sent my tavern boy out to fetch some water from the well. On his way out the door, he simply brushed one of the Imperials with his shoulder. They took offense and demanded an apology. He refused. Stubborn pride. I feared that they might strike his head off right there in the doorway, but they simply sneered and hauled him off. I know not where. He hasn't returned.
Ugly business out of the streets, eh? Town's been flip-flopping between Aemond and Faharajad for so long. This is what happens when you don't pick a side.
Imperial Swits. Look what they've done to this beautiful city. It's quiet as death. I can barely hear the goats bleating.
I don't know what's worse. The Imperials strutting around beating people to death, or this vile mead. I'm inclined to think the latter.
Did Yara send you? She said to meet her here. It's more of a feeling. Call it intuition. It's better if you see it with your own eyes. Can you come with me to my home? It's best to continue our conversation in private. The Imperials may know your face by now. You can disguise yourself as one of them for the time being. They don't dare raise a hand against me, so I'll be all right. If you're ready, I'd like to go now. Follow me, but be discreet. With a disguise, the soldiers won't give you a second glance. but the sentries will certainly stop you if they can.
So Count Hosney's back to normal. Thanks to you, stranger.
That's what he said.
Did you meet the new commander? Crazier than a cat on school. I cannot complain, but that does not seem to stop me. I don't have to explain something I never said.
Thank you for your discretion. I'm rather concerned about what's going on in Holland's stand, but it's not a good idea to say so in public. You see, it's my husband. You misunderstand. My husband is Captain Dakir at Niemer of the City Guard. I think he betrayed us. I couldn't bear to ask him, to see the hurt in his eyes and the shame that must surely be there. But he's keeping something from me, and I fear the worst. Soon after the Imperials came, our daughter disappeared. And my husband speaks with the Imperials, carries sealed messages back and forth. I don't know what to think. Search his office. It's upstairs. See what you can learn. I can't bear to look.
What are you doing in my home? Did Quatrius send you? I've done everything he's asked. I won't suffer any more humiliation at his hands. Oh, Kisma, I wish I didn't have to keep such secrets from you. By Mara's heart, I don't know who betrayed us, but it was not me. I am little more than an Imperial lackey now, regardless. They have her, our daughter. The Imperials kidnapped her and hold her as a hostage. I debase myself before them for her safety, and I would do so again, if it means she will be returned to us. Now go, please.
I heard everything. They have my Hazi? Those Imperial dogs best not touch a hair on her head. Why didn't Dakir tell me? We must shoulder such burdens together.
I've seen the girl. It's not too late. The couple despairs, but all is not lost. Nothing's without hope until the last breath. Let me tell you of their child. Come, come. The Imperial fool Quatrius believes he's invincible, and in a way, he is. If one were to raise a blade against him, his soldiers would surely cut down the child out of spite. But there are other ways to cow a man. Not how, but where. Go to the pavilion in the shadow of the palace. You are already armed. Armed with the knowledge that he is a coward. With that, you must defeat him.
I just want to see my mother and father again.
Away with you. Can't you see I'm busy? We're simply enjoying the fresh air. After all, who would want such a flower to wilt in a dungeon? Now be gone before I have my men remove you. What? It's complete nonsense. I see your point. Well, what did you want from me? Fine, fine. Run, girl, before I change my mind. Now the guards will be back any second now. Don't think you can threaten me again.
Papa! Papa!
Hazi, I am where the birds roost. Come. This is your doing? You freed my daughter? I am truly blessed to have such aid from a stranger. With no promise of reward, you saved my family. Here, take this key. You will do far more good with it than I. The Grandea's chains. The Imperials made me capture her and bring her to them. I fear they want to publicly execute her in order to cow the citizens. If anyone can save her, it would be you. 1,000 blessings upon you.
I never expected to see my daughter again, yet here she is. You are like sweet water from Tava's winds, stranger.
I thought that brute was going to kill me. Thank you, stranger.
Seems you've poked a hornet's nest. I hope whatever you did was worth it. They have the Grandea? That is troubling news. You've been busy then. But what news of the traitor? Do you know his identity?
You are mistaken, friend.
Master Ufa, you're truly alive.
Did I not send word with our friend here? I spoke to the captain after you left. He was more than willing to help after the good turn you gave him. The traitor is well within our grasp. Don't you recognize the old beggar without his rags? I've been following you for quite a while. Even my own followers suspected nothing. Dakir and Kisma will never forget what you've done for them. You've been a great boon to the Resistance. Once we have the traitor in our hands, we'll have all the pieces we need to assault the 7th Legion. The captain's men know how to find him, but I don't know where these men are, or if they're still among the living. They won't work with me, but may consider you an ally. You must find them before the Imperials do. Seek Aisha, Nasira, and Runid. Their peril is our opportunity. I'm sure they'd rather work with us than with the Imperials. Ask about, search houses, but above all, be discreet.
You don't look like one of the 7th Legion. Why have you come? He's in hiding, the rat. He is named Maradim. You'll have to find a way to lure him out into the open if you wish to find him. I'm not sure where he is now. If I knew that, I'd be after him myself, wouldn't I?
What do you want with this old woman? Everybody knows Aisha caught the rat in the act. She was boasting about it in the town square right up until the Imperials flooded in. If you're looking...
Someone who knows what they want, yes? How can Nazir be of service? There are people all around us. Particular ones, this one cannot say. Not without some convincing. Ah, you are a smart one. I can tell you many good townspeople remain inside their homes. Some out of fear. Others await news. Perhaps they wait inside for news from you. You will have to find out the rest on your own, I fear.
Joined the buoyant homagers.
Keep your voice down. Loud speech attracts unwanted attention.
twit.
What are you looking at? Just because I'm an orc, I can't enjoy the finer things? Go swallow sand.
Welcome to the Steeping Sun Tea House, Wayfarer. Please sit and abide a while. Breathe deep and ease the shoulders.
They dragged him into an alley. Dragged him like a sack of horse feed. Then... oh, Tawaka help me. Pray for my son, O Wayfarer. And for me.
Be wary, my friend. There are worse things than Imperials in the deep deserts of Hammerfell.
I wondered if someone would find me before they finished me off. He's a womanizing piece of scum who'd sell his own mother to make a few coins. Ask at the tavern for Niha, his latest courtesan. She'll tell you where he is. I should have slit his throat when I had the chance. Well, he wasn't there when I last checked, but it's been several hours now. There's a tavern he's gone to before to meet his latest mistress. Check there.
Not my usual type, but business is slow. What can I do for you? Perhaps. Many know Mardem. Not many will admit to it. I've met him once or twice, but I don't know where he is now. Do you know what would happen to me if I betrayed Mardem? Or any of my contacts? No, I can't help you. Now go away before someone sees us talking.
You have little choice, Niha.
Ufa, you're alive.
Niha will help, for the good of us all, but I understand her fear. We must be cautious on her watch. If anyone suspected her involvement, that would mean her end. We still need information from the wretch. Fortunately, I know of a simple way to extract it. Across the way lies the Mages Guild. Talk to a man named Razin. Ask him for his specialty. It's a potent sedative only he makes. I'll set a trap for Maradem with my dear Niha's help. Once you have the powder, take it to the Drowsy Owl Inn upon the hill and get the rest of the details from her. You can see your destination from here if you need to get your bearings.
I'd stay off the streets if I were you. I've seen ill omens in my scrying mirror. Blood is going to be spilled here in Holland's Stand. Very soon.
Welcome to the guild hall, friend. Found any interesting books or scrolls? Please just place them on the desk. We had a grimoire come in yesterday with troll fat all over it. So, safety first.
Something I can help you with? I'm rather preoccupied, so make it quick. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just a simple apothecary, friend. The rogue. Sometimes I wish the Imperials did find him. Here's your powder. It'll paralyze in a matter of moments after being ingested. Take care you don't...
Denbert keeps complaining about the Imperials, but I'm just happy they've left us alone. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I don't suppose we...
This occupation won't last. We Red Guards won't labor under an Imperial yoke. It's not in our nature. To be honest, I'm surprised the peace has held this long.
Welcome to the Drowsy Owl, my friend. I would offer you a bed, but the Imperials have soiled them all. What once smelled of jasmine and rose blossoms now smells of boiled meat and dog. Their stench persists despite our efforts. My deepest apologies.
Have you got everything you need? There's a bottle of wine in the alcove for you, though I've no idea what you'll do with it. I'll serve it to Mardem, and then you and Ufa can do what you must. But after that, I'll have no part in what comes.
Then clockwork whispered long and low, and what he said no mortal can know.
You know the best thing about being a cook? You are never out of work. Sandstorms, invasions, occupations, but still, everyone needs to eat. Speaking of which, you look famished. What can I get you?
I've brought you refreshments, sir.
Niha! Always so good to me. Let's taste this fine concoction. A strange flavor. What kind of wine? Who are you? What have you done with Niha? What was in that wine? How dare you? Whoa. What's happening to me? Did you poison me? Please, give me an antidote. I'll tell you anything. She's in front of the palace. I have the key for the stocks, but they guard her exceptionally well. They'll execute her within the week. That's all I know. Now please, give me the antidote. I'll give you the key.
Bleating like a cut lamb, I see.
Ufa, I thought you were dead.
That was the intent. Get the key off his body and leave him. We need to work quickly. Who knows when the Imperials will decide to execute the Grandea?
Please refrain from vulgar language nearby. I ask you preemptively, as I have no desire to hear coarse words today.
Good. I'm free. Let the people know the time has come. Like 2 watchtowers, we must rise up against the Imperials. I'll be all right in a moment. Go light both watchtowers as quickly as you can. It's the signal my people await.
It's time. They ready themselves for battle. We will hold the palace while you take out the Imperial within. We must all move quickly. She's in no shape to fight. I can't imagine what torture she must have endured under the Imperial's reign. You are our symbol, friend. Our symbol of freedom. There's no time to waste. We must strike now, but the Imperials will have time to make preparations. Go inside and slay that Imperial Sedas Secundus like the dog she is. We don't know what kind of forces she has with her. We're counting on you.
I've heard a lot about you. Finally, we meet in person. Bold. I like that. It's unfortunate you've picked the wrong side. The Legion needs more soldiers with that kind of attitude. No matter. Holland's Stand will be our stronghold in the Covenant, and no upstart shall challenge that. Did you think I'd let anyone walk in here unchallenged? You are a fool, as are the rest of them. I'll enjoy watching you die.
I won't fail you again, Secundus.
People of Holland's Stand demand your surrender. If you won't surrender, your life is forfeit. Do not let her win. She ran up the stairs, so be cautious. Holland's Stand depends on you. I'll make you an example to these dogs. They must pay for what they've done to our town.
You've done it. The 7th Legion will be our prey. The Imperials had no chance. We took them by storm, and without their leader, they had nowhere to turn. What few are left will fall easily. You were the linchpin for it all. The Grandair will have something to say too, no doubt. Here she comes now.
Proud people of Holland's Stand, we have won the day. A stranger to our city was the spark. Let us never forget this, or those who fell in the fight.
And here is the savior of my people, my city, and me. We are all in your debt, friend. We must rebuild. The Imperials tore apart our fine city, but we will rise from the sands. You have given us this chance. Forever will Hollandstand remember your work and your sacrifices. Hollandstand will forever be a home to you.
Hollandstand won't forget you, no matter how long the years. Neither will I.
Are those two still arguing like kittens? Minshur finds it quite difficult to enjoy his book with them prattling on.
Me, I just hope the blood's not polluted with mead.
Praise tell Papa. Thank you, stranger.
soldiers. Traveling to Onsi's breath. Do you wish to be enslaved? Imperial soldiers will drag you into the mines if you're not careful. That's how they caught us. I am unimportant. Only what I've done matters, and what I can do to fix it. I've waited for an opportunity to right this wrong since I escaped. Have you any strong love for the Imperials, or can you help? My friend Snaruga was staked out to die. Free her, then meet me near the eastern mine entrance. I would accompany you myself, but they broke my fingers when they tortured me. I cannot hold my sword. Fortunately, I'm on the stealthy side. That's not Snaruga's way, though. The old girl gave the Imperials too many black eyes. They dare not trust her with a pick. After the Imperials tortured me, I played dead. They threw me out to feed the jackals. My skills have never been tested more so than these past few days. I've kept watch on their camp, biding my time, which is how I know about Snaruga. Snaruga? A friend? A rival. We compete for the same business, one might say. In any case, she doesn't deserve to die that way. I'd rather kill her myself sometimes. This place? I don't think it is, but they're making use of it. Not enough of their own workers, so they conscript anyone they come across. And they happened to come across me and Snaruga arguing not far from here. Caught us by surprise. Yes, good. She's amongst some tents, tied up like a goat. If it weren't so serious a matter, I'd find it amusing. I'll meet you by the mine entrance. Thank you.
What? By Moloch's sulphurous hatred! And here I thought that traitor and bandit was our only hope. Where's Rahanal, that bastard? Left me here to rot. I'll rot him! He did he? Wait till I get my hands around his throat. The key to these shackles is kept in their surveyor's tent on the hillside across from us. Free me, so I can kill Rahanal. Friends? Friends? He's a liar, a thief, and a cheat! What kind of friend is that? I may be a bandit, but I've got standards, unlike that desert lowlife. Don't tell me you've never borrowed anything without permission. I've always been free-spirited. Otherwise, I'd be in a stronghold somewhere living like some toothless villager. And not that you would understand firsthand, but if I can't be the chieftain with a hearth husband, forge husband, then no. So I say, to Moloch's hoary nethers with all strongholds, I am not a sign of status for any man. Are you mocking me? Ask Rahanal how they caught us. Besides, I can't change my passion for adventure. Would you give up a life of danger to be a swineherd? Then I say it is they who are fools in the end. I may look a fool today, but I will feel the warm spray of Imperial blood across my lips, and it will cleanse this weakness. have a triumphant look about you. Spit it out! Have you the key or not? Good. Release me so I can give Rahanal the thanks he so richly deserves. I'll get a weapon and catch up to you and Rahanal.
Keep low and remain vigilant. The Imperials are thieves without honor. Morwa's blessed bosom. Loath as I am to send you from one danger to the next, the 7th Legion's captives in the mine need your deft aid too, if you're willing to go on. It will, but to prevent you from freeing every miner within, I suggest that you seek out one captive in particular. He used to run this mine before they took it from him. They still allow him freedom of the camp, unlike the others, however. Foreman Connor is not helping them. He helps the miners. Without his knowledgeable eye, the central chamber would collapse on top of the conscripts while they work. This was his mine, and the Legion took it from him. I assure you, he's no Imperial puppet. I will seek the man who runs this accursed camp, Pantheus Varro. He and his men are concentrated on the other side of the encampment beyond the palisade wall, by the barred gate. Should you need me, look for me there after you give Foreman Connor the key. Take the taciturn Snaruga with you, will you? I don't want to feel her slicing me to ribbons with anything but her eyes. Not until everyone's free. The Imperial commander, Pantheus Varro, tortured me. He broke something in my hand and wrist, and I told him where to find the others. I put my comfort over theirs. Snaruga heard me, and she'll never forget. Onsi's breath is the most lucrative mine in the whole of Bankorai. This is why the name it carries comes from Great Onsi, as it yields much and more for the making of weapons and armor. That's why Pantheus Varro took this place by force. Too long. Sometimes allies, mostly rivals. To the Imperials, we are all the enemy, regardless of what we were before. Likewise, they are now our enemy, above any other. Hopefully, Snaruga hates them more than she hates me at this point. He commands this group. I don't know their affiliation. They're here for the mines, and that's all he cares about. He'll keep it running no matter how many conscripts he kills.
Huh? Who are you? Is this another test? I'm not trying to escape, I told you. I am not leaving this mine. Nobody else knows how to reinforce versus structural collapse. I still find it hard to believe that this is truly an escape attempt. Trust? Pantheus Varro's damned games have torn all trust from us. If you're here to dupe me, then just get on with it and dupe me. I'd rather be chained out in the sun than suffer the indignation of being played with like a puppy. Oh, you can believe that I will. If this is part of some scheme, it's not a very good one. Only one thing would turn this mine over more quickly than just striking the chains from these miners, after what's been done to them. Well, if you're truthfully with Pantheus Varro, then I've already said enough to seal my fate. Look for a chamber on the far side of the mine. There, you will find a massive stockpile of coal, which is a tempting target for sabotage, if one was so inclined.
Get clear! It's going to...
Rahanal's in trouble.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Came out here to find lazy bones dying on the job. I'm not having it. No one kills him but me. He'll do. Go kill Pantheus Varro. I'll get Rahanal to our friends before he bleeds out. Rahanal said he's on the hill looking out toward the desert. I'd go with you, but someone has to carry this big baby to safety. Good luck.
The hill. Climb the hill.
Looks like you're buying at the next pub, Blanche. I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
You're back! I told Rahanal not to worry about you. Unlike some people I could name, you can handle yourself in a pinch. I had no doubts you'd triumph. This may not be a stronghold, but there are people who need me. We'll fight back until the Imperials are beaten, or we die in glorious battle. Shame about Rahanal's injuries. He'd make a good hearth husband once he's healed up. Think he's interested?
I know people despise the Ashaba, but I appreciate
that
the
runt on the left was called Phibius. The one on the right was named Murano. I always favored a sword in my old dogfighting days. But I gotta tell you, thumping those slavers to death with a mining pick was pretty damn satisfying.
Zet's tears, what a mess. It's a miracle that these laborers were even able to lift a pick, let alone meet Imperial Legionnaires in battle. Without your help, the losses would have been catastrophic. You have our thanks.
That mine was like a prison. Worse than a prison. If I had my way, we'd throw those Imperial bodies down the main shaft with a heap of fire salts and blow the whole damned thing to oblivion.
I heard someone say hearth husband? Not me, no. Please, no.
King Emmerich said you might be coming. The Imperials are here. Did you know this? The king and his men are preparing for an attack even now. Though they are greatly outnumbered, I think it is good that you are here. Hurry along, then. You will find the king just up the road. I am going to scale this wall and try to get more details on the Imperials' defenses. I will join you shortly. Go ahead. I do not like being watched while I climb. It is awkward.
Ha! Now, I was wondering when you'd wander up. I knew you wouldn't let me get all the glory. Of course, I wouldn't have wanted to take any action until you were with us regardless, but I like to pretend. Anyhow, how in oblivion are you? I feel strong. I'm ready to spill some Imperial blood. This will be remembered as the place where the Imperials made their last stand in Backloggery. Despite my advisor's concerns, I decided I had to be here and lead the charge myself. Ha! Are you trying to coddle me now, too? I command you, put aside your concerns. This isn't even going to be a real contest. Each of my soldiers can take 10 of theirs, and you can take 100. So, can we get on with this? All right, everyone. This is it. No one is allowed to die until they've taken down at least a dozen enemies. Kill as many as you can. The only exception is the Major's General. She's mine, and mine alone.
Good speech, Emmerich. I can't believe you still fancy me after all these years. Let's get reacquainted then, shall we?
Overconfident as ever, I see. I'm not afraid of you, Septima.
To arms! Defend the king!
You will not! I think we need to spend some alone time, Emmerich. Come, let's find a quiet place.
Zet's tears! What has befallen? Who has slain everyone? Where's the king? Oh, merciful Mara, please say this isn't so. I knew the king should not have come. Why should he risk his life this way? What will we do now? Someone has to go after him. No, I mean, I have scouted out all this area from the ridges above. The Imperial encampment is just over the hill, and then this temple, the Hall of Heroes, it goes on forever. She might have taken the king anywhere in all that space. The encampment. There has been much activity there in recent days. The Imperials have been going in and out of the temple. I have even seen the Magus General herself. Perhaps if you search the encampment, you will find some evidence of her plan. You are a brave soul to go after the king on your own. I applaud your courage. I will go to Evermore to request additional support. Then I will return. May Ruptga and all the gods be with you until then. None, save that they are very well dug in. I would guess that they have been here for several weeks, making preparations for something significant. Most of the Imperial soldiers are in the encampment. I think there are Daedra in the temple itself. The Hall of Heroes? Oh, it is very, very old, and no one even uses it anymore. Heroes today are entombed at Tuwaka's throne or Motalian necropolis. But long ago, this is where great heroes like Frundar Hunding and Makella Lecki were buried. The Keeper said it should belong to the gods themselves, that mortals were never truly welcome here. Perhaps so. Legends always suggested it was a place where planes collide, where worthy Redguard souls came to make the journey to the far shores.
I met you.